20 minutes, a new group is coming in, what would you do to change?
Timing. The first groups got a lot more time than the last groups did. And maybe adjust some of the images a little bit.
Any more clarifying questions? What age group is this for?
This is for 7th grade.
Okay, warm feedback from both teachers and students. I have so much warm feedback. This is really well constructed. So from the teacher perspective, very well constructive. I could totally see where exactly you were going, exactly what you wanted the kids to do at the beginning, and the steps you got them there, while students were able to kind of make their own story. So you had a little bit of an element of historiography and historical narrative, while you also were giving like concrete steps and letting them solve the problems on their own. It was very well measured. So definitely from a teacher perspective, I could totally see how planning and implementation really like made it look like the kids were doing all the work, but really you were giving them all the tools so they could do it on their own.
From a student perspective, I liked, I guess, what I would call sort of the ambient aspects of the instruction, just from having the the little where your eyes on the confidential label on the folders, to the bond thing you played at the beginning. I mean, 7th grade boys in particular like anything to do with like nuclear destruction, just period. But I thought that was a really nice way of looking at everything together. Like, you didn't need to be there. You could have done a perfectly good lesson without them, but I thought they worked really well, particularly with this lesson.
And like from a student's perspective, I like that you're enthusiastic about it, right? I mean, I think that's cool. You showed me some enthusiasm. You had the music at the beginning. It kind of grabs our attention. The fact that you got a good presence, a good voice, so we hear you. We know what's going on. We know you're excited about what's going on. You show that when you're writing on the board. You like ask the questions. You go around, interact with everybody, and overall, I like the way it's set up. My gosh, the whole was tough to teach anyway, and to teach it to 7th grade is just a whole nother. It's tough. But this is a cool way to do it. I like this. I mean, this could be converted. You can use this in high school, and you can go up with this. I mean, I really like this exercise. So.
Yeah, I thought that was great too. And I really like that you reiterated what the students said as we went around. You clarify, repeat it, and then write stuff on the board. I thought that was a great strategy. And then, like you mentioned, like the student agency and creating your own knowledge and putting the pieces together. I thought that was great too. And like Hanson, the energy was wonderful. And like the transitions were really good. And like bringing us back together, you also did a really good job of just doing that very smoothly.
Any more warm feedback? Okay, cool feedback.
These are both comparatively minor, but I mean, I like that you were writing stuff up on the board, but I think it would be a good idea if you could start like organizing the space on the board for doing that while students are organizing this. I'm looking at this right now, and students, and I have no idea what I'm looking at. Like I see, like I can read stuff. I can't see how it's organized, and it's kind of overwhelming. Sort of my visual sense. That's like a pretty minor thing. The other thing that's even more minor than that is that, and this isn't even really a criticism, it's that as much as I liked the bond thing at the beginning, it's more of a question really. Are today's 7th graders going to immediately recognize that? That's what I would. I know I probably wouldn't have when I was in 7th grade. But I was a poor sheltered child.
Just the image quality. When you print, I know it's hard when you print it out and stuff, but when there was the picture of the boats and the planes, like, is that 3 boats? Or is there a plane in there? Because I couldn't really. But when you put it up on the board, it was fine. I liked how you had it on the board and on paper. So it kind of like, oh, okay, that's what that was, kind of thing, which was good. Which I guess it's kind of pushing in more at the same time.
One suggestion I'd make is just to give each kid a graphic organizer or something, because so you clearly are giving us a chronology. So like, okay, this is the context okay, this is what President Kennedy gets on his desk, okay, this is how the US responds. I would have loved to have just a graphic organizer going step by step that kids could then take these notes and then store it somewhere or put it in an interactive notebook or something, so that way we have it visually in that chronology.
You don't need agreement, you know, and you don't have that much time, I know you were running the short, you know what I'm saying? But make sure they understand that the Soviet Union wasn't just like, you know, hey, we're gonna take the missiles out, it's, we're sorry. You know what I'm saying? Just let them know, you know, we were like, we'll take, you know, let them know about
I mean,
Turkey.
if that's how you feel about it, okay.
Yeah, I mean, because I feel like you were going to go into that, but it was like, it was just short, I just, you know.
Yeah. Turkey.
Is there any more feedback? Thoughts, comments?
The graphic organizer and organizing the board is the big one. That's the one piece I was missing that allows students, because they get the images, they get to construct the story, and the closure activity lets them set the steps, but that lets them take it home, reference it, study it. And then the agreement thing, it's very important. This was 10 minutes less than I actually have in class. And I was thinking about it too, I might do 2 days on the Cuban Missile Crisis, let them build the first day, and then construct the rest
Yeah, I
of the
think that's
missed
cool.
pieces
Yeah. 'cause-
on the second day. But yeah, the agreement has to be in there.